Well, IFP President Velenkosini Hlabisa has delivered a keynote address at his very first rally as president of the IFP in Pembeni, KwaHlabisa, KwaZulu-Natal. Now, this forms part of Hlabisa's first commitment to travel from village to village and township to township to hear forgotten voices and to unearth the wealth of the wisdom of our people. Well, our reporter, that's Vusi Kumalo, is at the rally. We live to him now. Good afternoon, Vusi. Hlabisa's first rally as president of the IFP. What was the thrust of his message today?
Yes, welcome to KwaHlabisa. This is a small rural town in northern KwaZulu-Natal. We have just seen the newly elected president of the IFP, Velenkosini Hlabisa, addressing his supporters. I mean, before his home supporters, because we know that this is his birthplace. So this was a first address so that he can address his maiden speech before his home supporters there at Mpembeni Sports Ground in northern KwaZulu-Natal, Hlabisa area. Well, we have seen quite a number of people here attending this particular rally. We have seen a number of people who are currently here saying that they are the loyal supporters of the IFP. Well, the IFP president did allude to the fact that, to the effect that he made it particularly important that he made his maiden speech before his home supporters here at KwaHlabisa. He will then engage other communities and other districts as the days go on. But with me is the chairperson of the IFP in the Umkhanyakude district, Mr. Velangenkosi Gumede, who's going to tell us about some of the things that emerged from the speech of the IFP President Velenkosini Hlabisa. Mr. Gumede, tell us about the main points of Mr. Hlabisa's speech today. He did speak about a number of things, including the attack on foreign nationals, as well as the rape and killing of women and children by the men of this country.
First and foremost, thank you very much. This is a great day in the Umkhanyakude district, especially for IFP, especially in this area of Big Five Hlabisa constituency, but mostly in this area where our newly elected president Velenkosini Hlabisa has been born. And we are here to celebrate, to say thank you to our voters for what they've done, especially now that IFP is an official opposition party in the KZN legislature. Indeed, he did mention that there are the game changers in our debates when it comes to discussion in our legislature, KwaZulu-Natal. One of the things he mentioned the issue of our graduates, especially the doctors who are sitting at home, not employed. With the way they've been debating in the legislature, they are taking actions on that one. The doctors in our area now will get the first preference as compared to the doctors who are from outside South Africa. And another issue, the issue of abuse in our children and our women. And he emphasized very importantly that definitely as IFP we are totally against that. We are totally against the killing of women. We are totally against the killing of children. He even said those who have been found guilty must rot in jail with no option. He also mentioned the issue of the foreign nationals who are being abused in our country, in South Africa. That as IFP, we are totally against that. But if we as IFP can rule this country, definitely we are going to change the way things are happening in our borders. Take for instance, if you are to leave South Africa and go to another country, there are a lot of papers that you fill before you enter that country. Even if you enter that country, definitely, for sure, you have to see to it that you are being accepted in that country. But for us in our borders here in South Africa, really it's not right. And he even said those who are eligible to to be within the borders of South Africa, it's fine with them. Then, but for those who are not eligible to be in this country, definitely they must be taken back to their to their countries. That one is very important. I was so happy about it.
Okay. He also said that he is going to continue remove the municipalities, the municipality mayors whose councils or the districts are not performing. If you can just elaborate on that, because we have seen in the past the IFP political party, especially in KwaZulu-Natal, where they are governing about more than 12 municipalities, they have been removing those mayors whose municipalities are not performing.
Yeah, definitely. We don't take chances as IFP. So he emphasized on that one, that if municipalities are not performing very well, definitely action must be taken, because those people are elected to perform the duties. If you are leading a non-performing municipality, for sure you have to be taken aside and get somebody who will do the work very well. And we say likewise to other municipalities that are led by other political parties. If people are not serving our communities, definitely the leadership of that municipality must be taken aside. And I'm sure what he said, he means it, because he's a man of his word.
We saw the party in the last general election on the May 8th. The party received more than 500,000. That's almost that's 500,000 votes in KwaZulu-Natal. How do you measure the party's growth under the new leadership of Velenkosini Hlabisa?
Definitely, we are looking forward. He's a man of strategies. He's full of strategies. You know, there is a document he came out, I'm not going to mention on air. There is a document he came out with, and it was a very practical document as to how to win elections, how to win elections in a VD, how to win elections in the ward, and so on and so on. So definitely we are anticipating, not even anticipating, definitely this is what is going to happen. We will see IFP growing up and up and up. Come 2021. Come 2024, you will be. Recently, those votes of more than 500,000, they've made us an opposition party in KwaZulu-Natal, where we have seen there's been a debate, a very effective debate of changing that issue of Funza Luchaba, whereby it was like definitely if you have gone through Funda Luchaba, you are the first priorities if you are to get a post in the teaching fraternity. That one, through their debates, through their opposition in the legislature of KwaZulu-Natal, things are now starting to change. Now they are saying it will be first come, first serve. It won't depend that you only have a bursary under Funza Luchaba. Even if you have Funda Luchaba or you don't have Funda Luchaba, it will depend on your qualifications that you have that will take you up. So it is through their debates in the legislature, it is through the opposition scenario that we receive as a party in our province, KwaZulu-Natal. And we are looking forward. And mind you heard him saying we will be visiting Kasi to Kasi, we will be visiting province to province, we will be visiting those who are rich and those who are not rich, we will be visiting almost all areas to make sure that definitely we get what we want as a party.
Okay. Thanks a lot. That's Mr. Velangenkosi Gumede, who's also the mayor of Mtobatuba, but is currently here as the chairperson of the IFP in the Umkhanyakude district, saying that the IFP, since coming to become the official opposition in KwaZulu-Natal, has made a number of changes. Well, we have just seen the IFP president Velenkosini Hlabisa addressing in his maiden speech, addressing a number of people. People have also welcomed him in song and dance to say that welcome home, and now is the time for you to lead, and must make sure that you deliver the services to the people, of which he did say that that's one of the priority matter, because this area is very rural, and they're going to ensure that they tackle social ills that are hovering over these areas of KwaHlabisa as well as other areas in KwaZulu-Natal. It's back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Vusi. That was our reporter Vusi Khumalo, of course, coming to us from KwaHlabisa in KwaZulu-Natal.